hypothetically, who would you prefer to see against Valmaster's Chun?
Against Valmaster's Chun, we saw the Mal dominate Urian earlier, so neither of the characters actually presented. Necalli or Luke. I mean, I'd like to see the Necalli just to see how prepared Valmaster is for this version of Necalli, right? That's another character that's kind of fallen by the wayside a lot. Has gotten some buffs, has gotten some love in the most recent patch, so we see him back on the rise. We see plenty of people messing with him. I saw Yipes streaming a new Necalli account. I know Punk used...
Shout out to Yipes.
Yeah, Punk used Necalli, I think, at Texas Showdown for one match, but he used like 7 characters in that tournament. So, yeah, definitely on the rise again. I'd like to see it just to see how prepared Valmaster is. But I think Valmaster is one of those guys that, as you mentioned, has been on the grind recently, has really been trying to get back to prime form. And on the Chun-Li, I think Necalli will have a hard time. So, just because of the unfamiliarity, I'd like Necalli, but I think the overall more stable pick in the matchup is, of course, Luke.
Well, we'll see. And also as well, Linkexelo, he might have had a couple of ranked matches, maybe a training session in between, because the person who's actually first on stream in the CPT's top 16 is actually the last person to play if they lose.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Their hands are going to be extremely cold. And, you know, you could be anxious at that point because it's like, okay, I technically have 2 chances to qualify for top 8.
Yeah.
The first opportunity, he squandered.
Yeah.
And then you got the last opportunity. It's like, well, I've got no choice now. And some players, they do play better when their back's against the wall,
for sure,
or they only got 1 chance left. Now, I've seen both of these guys have these losers runs in Salt Mine Leagues or just in other tournaments in general, and they can pretty much go the distance. But I think, if anything, the indication that Linkexelo, some of the choices he made on defense against kills you, especially in the first 2 high-pressure situations, it would tell you anything. Hopefully he doesn't make the same mistake twice, switch it up. I know it's going to be a different character. I haven't actually heard his personal thoughts on Chun-Li, this version of the game, but like I said, a lot of the French guys here, they're in Discord calls and they talk to each other about their own games. Heck, they probably went in the Discord call today.
Honestly, I hope that he has been, because I think a lot of the time is so we are going to see the Necalli. I think what you brought up is a great point, and having that first match of the day and losing, so you get the last match of the day, it's a very tough draw, and the anxiety, the mental pressure can definitely get up there. So I hope he has been in a Discord call with some people, just try to keep his mind fresh and not so bogged down.
Words of encouragement, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, nice crush kind of sweep. I know it was a bit haphazard as the approach came about, but listen, we'll take it. He's got one of the fastest sweeps in the game anyway.
True.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something else as well. Linkexelo has a very similar roster to Phenom. Valmaster plays a lot of Phenom.
Okay.
So he's going to be comfortable in this matchup.
All right, well, if that's the case, yeah, Necalli going to be looking maybe a little bit long for this world.
All right, V skill 1, trying to activate there. I don't think he's going to be able to get back throw, but good V break, keep him there. Trust me, V reversal and V shift against his V trigger self, Necalli. That is pretty potent against him as well.
Valmaster been so on point with those back heavy kick anti-airs as well. Oh, with that crouch. Fear's actually getting interrupted.
Yeah, he preemptively pressed the button. It worked out, so I like it.
Oh, caught him flinch at the last moment. Just saw Chun-Li flying through the air, and he didn't know what to do.
Watch out for the stomp. Always watch out for the stomp.
Yeah, Valmaster, I think, got caught. Just thinking about whether it be the high or the low, ends up getting thrown.
All right, we've got CA though. And I know that, like, you know, the medium punches, Necalli pretty much gets okay for anything he does now. Some of the new changes he got. And he can do his Raging Light Uppercut into CA as well. He's got more roots into CA, but again, a lot of these matchups, the neutral factor was still, you know, the biggest concern, the biggest crux in his gameplay.
And you're trying to stomp it out here. There's really prime spacing from the Necalli. You can see he actually cashed out all that great damage with the ground pound as well. That's big.
All right, going to do Valiant Rebellion, trying to get those plus frames, but good frame advantage, or sorry, good V reversal there from Valmaster. He's still got CA, so he wants to be fierce into CA now, or can hit confirm or something, and now's a good time.
Yeah, he's staying pretty disciplined about what he's looking for, though. Just the crouch medium kick, no big buttons like the stand fierce or the stand heavy kick. You know, the stand fierce into CA is the Chun-Li classic, and my man Valmaster has been doing that for a decade plus at this point for Street Fighter V and beyond. Gonna put Necalli on live support.
No, he went for a safe meaty with the light Koken, no empty jump there. You used to see TKR do that a lot, but one poke will do it. Maybe a light. But be careful, they're heavy, though, as Ringe mentioned before. That's what he's looking for. That's what he wants.
Oh, and right there you see the heels, the smoke, the dust just coming off on the heels of Chun-Li as she moves right past that. The stand fierce, always a potent button to close it out.
See, here's the thing as well, right? It's because people they were so fixated on Chun-Li stand hard punch. It did get toned down. Hurtbox been adjusted, but again, if you don't make it whiff, there was no real problem, right? And then now, remember, like Chun-Li's coming that range, the fierce connects, and you got to deal with the newly buffed catching hard punch, and everyone's like, hang on, you know, there's stand hard kick's been there for 5 years, you know? And it's like, ooh, what button do we deal with now? So it's very hard to kind of slowly adjust your space and really work around certain things, especially with a character like Necalli. He's got good damage output, he's got good counter pokes, but overall, having to deal with that and trying to initiate your game, super difficult.
So this was something I was thinking about when I was watching Topanga yesterday.
Talk to me.
Over one for Valmaster is that, you know, with how good everybody is gotten at Street Fighter V and how potent people are at high level, with extremely good footsie-based characters like a Chun-Li or a Karin or whoever it might be, I think Luke is very good because he has those normals that advance him forward, right?
Yes.
And you get in a range in Street Fighter V a lot where you feel very uncomfortable pressing anything because, like, you pressing something, you're just outside of your optimal range while your opponent's in their optimal range. Wow.
Yes.
So a lot of the time, I think you need something forward advancing so you can move into that optimal range with an active hitbox, right?
I respect that.
So that's kind of where my thought process was. But a Ibuki of all characters, I didn't know this was coming.
No, good breakdown there, Ringe. Yeah, this is another one of his characters. We didn't mention it today because he hasn't actually been using Ibuki as of recent. Necalli.
Okay, yeah.
All his characters got buffed, but like, he's been having, I think, more fun with Necalli and Luke. But I feel because of the situation he's in right now, Ibuki might be called upon. Now it's just shift. It's a night shift, but now he's called upon.
For sure, and she's one of those characters that is going to present some issues for Chun-Li, keeping her out, right? She's got some ways to alter her trajectory in the air. Ooh, the kunai just getting right past the fireball, and we can see Link really utilizing all these things that Necalli didn't have to get in on Valmaster.
Yeah, you know, Fuma Shuriken back to being plus on block. When you activate, he's got the hit, going to confirm and end it with the Shuriken. And the target combo there. Got a new move with the EX special step that goes in the air. Makabishi V-Skill 2 got changed. She's got some cool changes, man, honestly. But she's just not talking to town.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of shiny toys that people are kind of enamored with at the moment. And Luigi, not one of them.
You know? Send it back to the shop. Keep it in the plastic.
Yeah, but now breaking it out right now, it's looking like it's paying off, to be quite honest. Link is looking very comfortable.
There goes with V-Skill 1, really trying to catch Valmaster's buttons in check, trying to catch him with those spacing traps there. Not really working out. Good air-to-air with the jump fierce.
That V-Skill is also pretty, I think, decent in this matchup just because it's such a long-range option against Chun-Li.
He's got to be careful, though, because if he misspaces that's going to be EX legs.
Yeah,
well, that could be a stand hard kick from Valmaster himself, so...
Ooh, risking the slide in. Of course, V-Trigger on deck as well. Wants to find an activation point. He's going to take the damage.
All right, let's wait for this round to pan out. Gets the V-break there. He gets a little bit more frame advantage because it was connected on an airborne opponent, but he's looking like Valmaster's rounds.
That was so good. That stand heavy kick was round winning because I have to imagine Link was looking for that EX kunai, starting to force his way in, and have the V-Trigger on deck. Like, perfectly timed stand heavy kick from Valmaster.
All right, yeah, he's not sure what button to try and counter poke. Obviously, he's trying to consider, execution error is going to be big damage.
Oh, no.
Ibuki's got low vitality, so this is big. 2 throws and you're in trouble. Oh, there's one. And Valmaster's corner game with Chun-Li is some of the most scariest I've seen in the community.
That's why I'm a little surprised. Oh, he backed off, but what a call out on that air kunai.
Watch out for the shimmy. He wants to confirm anything into CA, and that will close it out. Linkexelo's on his last legs. Right, he's got 2 resets.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Right, here comes the second one. Oh no, he's going to go for the knockdown.
Takes the damage. Oh, catches the pressing buttons on the verge of sundown. Takes the throw and gets it. You're seeing stars, but are you seeing L's? We got one more reset to go. Just takes the damage. Ooh, doesn't get caught flinching this time. Blocks the kunai the right direction. Valmaster going to get in the top 8 off that. Beautiful blocks. The experience coming through once again.
The discipline. And that mental fortitude, knowing your opponent is slowly coming back. And the thing is, I thought he was going to do something when it was right at the death there for the stun, but he didn't. And even then, what's crazy about that, if he had one more game to kind of analyze that, it's like Valmaster sat there. What was he doing the whole time? Yeah. Anytime Linkexelo took to the skies and you resorted to the kunai option, he air-to-aired him. Bit finicky with the scenario, but he done it. And then right at the death, he just said, you know what? I'm firming it. If we got to play another game, so be it. But you know what? Almost got it with the Ibuki pick to kind of equalize. And even then, like, that was the character you wanted to bow out with. So unfortunate for Linkexelo because he's been making these top 8s in the CPT, but the characters just weren't quite there. The bracket luck, the characters just weren't making the cut, you know. Yeah. So commiserations there to Linkexelo. It's good that we got to see, you know, the Necalli and the Ibuki.
For sure.
But yeah, how did you feel about it?
Man, I'm very impressed with just the fact that Valmaster blocked that at the end, right? You've heard like James Chen. A lot of us have been like, bruh, that is unblockable. Wow. Like the classic Ibuki dive into the kunai, not actually crossing you up, hitting you in front. And the fact that Valmaster was ready for that, right? Considering Ibuki is an underrepresented character nowadays, I don't know how much he like plays against Ibuki on the regular. He might have a training partner that he still plays Ibuki a lot that I'm unaware of, but he looked so ready at the end. And not even, I guess, so ready for the matchup, but over the course of that one match, he just looked like he was absorbing the information, remembering how to play the matchup, and just was excellent from start to finish.